everybody. This is Noelle.
And I'm Jenna.
And you're listening to More Than Murder, where we delve into everything eerie with a side of true crime.
More Than Murder is not your typical true crime podcast. Join us on a weekly tour through the haunted, the bloody, the creepy, and the nutty on our Freaky Fridays.
Yay!
I came in so, advertisement.
That's just the way we're feeling, I guess. We say this every time. We don't pre-record it. We say it every time.
Every single time. Oh my gosh, I didn't turn my phone on. Hold on. Yep. Bye.
Bye. Sorry, not you guys. We're not saying bye to y'all.
Okay, we're good. No phone calls during.
Welcome, everybody. It's been a week since we have talked to you.
Yes, welcome back.
Hope you had a good one. Hope you had a good weekend. Today, we're doing something you do on weekends often. We are going camping.
I have not been camping in so long.
I haven't either.
I'd like to.
Yes. Well, maybe we can go to one of these places around here that are on my list.
Okay.
We're going to take a fun road trip camping in America's most haunted campgrounds across the country. If you're a fan of the paranormal, which I'm guessing you are because you're here with us.
Yeah, you're listening to More Than Murder.
Yeah. And camping, then pull up a chair, take some notes, and make a list because this trip is going to get real fun and spooky.
Let me get my pen.
Yes. Some of these places are even haunted due to Meldal.
Ooh, the Meldal.
Yes. Now, I did only do 5. I could have made this episode way longer, I'm sure. But some of them just weren't as interesting to me, so I only included the ones that I thought were the most.
Yeah, you gotta do the ones that kind of, spark your heart.
Yeah.
Get you excited.
So the first one that we are going to cover is a campground called Devil's Tramping Ground.
Sounds like a lovely place to stay.
Doesn't it just?
No, just.
Our first stop is in the woods of Bear Creek, North Carolina. This was actually going to be the subject, the entire subject for today's episode, until I realized, while very creepy, there's not a whole lot to it. So,
yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes
yes.
you can't get a 13-page episode when you really want to be able to.
Absolutely.
You know?
And so, luckily, there were other haunted campgrounds because that's what this became, haunted campgrounds in the U.S. Jenna just spilled water down herself because she's got holes in her lips.
It's everywhere. At least it's kind of humid. So
yeah,
it's
it feels nice.
That feels good.
Right, it's not so bad. So this camping ground is oftentimes listed on countdowns like most unusual places, things like that. And
I love those fucking countdowns.
I know.
On the Travel Channel, most haunted places, most terrifying places.
Yeah.
I watch those all the time.
Which I will plug another podcast right now, Crime Countdown, I believe it is, right?
Yeah.
You should listen to that. It's got all sorts of different countdowns. It's all a list of 10, and the girls do 5 each. It's actually really interesting.
It's an easy listen.
It is.
You're not getting one subject beat to death. You're getting a lot of different things in there.
And you might be like, oh, I need to deep dive that later.
Exactly.
That's cool. So, anyway, yes, most unusual places. So, this is because it's an absolutely barren circle in the middle of the woods.
Yes.
You might be saying, what do you mean? Barren in the middle of the woods.
Hey, Noelle, what do you mean?
Well, Jenna, let me tell you.
Glad you asked.
It's a spot in the woods. It's literally a circle, about 40 feet, I think, in diameter, where absolutely nothing grows.
There's vegetation and forest, around?
Yes, there's a forest, and then there's a little bit of green grass, but then you start to see the grass thinning, and then there's just this circle of nothing. If you scroll down,
I see it. It's strange.
Yes.
It literally just stops right there.
And there's that black center, which I'm guessing it's because people do use that for
I was wondering, is that
fires.
a camp?
Yeah, because people do camp there.
Jesus Christ.
So it's very strange. They don't know what. Yeah. So let me just.
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah. When I say nothing grows, I want to really emphasize nothing. Not even a single blade of grass, no weeds, no anything.
There's nothing here.
And there's never been a definitive answer as to why. People have actually purposely tried planting vegetation and flowers, and nothing grows.
Oh.
They've tried taking some of the soil.
So it just
and
dies?
bringing it home. It either dies or not. No, just nothing happens. It just doesn't grow.
Okay.
Just nothing grows.
Because I wonder what would happen if you had a established plant and planted it in there, like if it would
would probably
die off.
Yeah, because then it says they took soil home to plant with and still nothing grows.
Don't take that soil home.
So it's the soil. Yeah.
You fucking take that soil home unless you're like putting it in a lab somewhere, but still.
Haunted soil.
Bring field equipment.
You don't know if it's a burial ground. Jesus. And so, yeah. According to... hold on a second. I lost my place again. Okay.
It happens.
So, according to NorthCarolinaGhost.com, if something is left in the barren circle at night, like an item or something, it'll be moved outside of the circle come morning.
Oh, so it's like repelling, like it's like, get out of my circle.
Shoots it out or something.
Get out my fucking circle.
Or something moves it, and we'll come to that later.
Okay.
The website also states that dogs don't like the area at all. They won't go into the circle, and in fact, many dogs have just tucked their tails and ran.
Dogs are fucking intuitive.
Yeah, all the animals are. I mean, it's so cool to me that, like, horses don't even... They have, like, internal weather things.
Yeah,
because, like, there'll be, like, a fire or a tornado somewhere, and they just know to run.
Yeah.
Before it even comes. And I'm like, holy crap, that is awesome. So, same situation.
Animals are so cool.
I know.
Hashtag
Animals are so cool.
We'll put that on a shirt.
Yeah. Oh my god, people, who's making our list of things we're going to put on a shirt? You got now like 39 episodes to listen to.
I'm going to have to do the busy work of going back and listening to all these freaking episodes.
Oh my gosh.
Listeners, if you want to do that, write us in. Take the list and write us in. We'll shout out the email at the end.
Yeah, and you will get one of each shirt for free.
Sure, yeah.
For doing all that effort. Because that's a lot.
Yeah,
so.
we know you want that hashtag animals are cool.
Absolutely. Okay, so some people say that when the land belonged to the natives, they would use that spot for their ceremonies with fire and dancing and song. So they're pretty much saying that years of tread and wear from dancing is what caused that.
I was going to say.
But I don't feel like if you were to take the soil, I don't feel like it would just literally kill this. I don't think it would kill.
No, because the earth is renewing.
Yeah.
And it does regenerate in some factors. You know, we are fucking killing our planet, guys. That's for a different episode, different day.
Right.
But it still has those properties, so I wouldn't think after...
No, and look at all the other places.
So many
they
years.
Had their homes and their communities. There's not that happening, so...
But maybe it left something else.
Yeah, who knows?
Spiritually behind, because it does seem like it would be an area that would have a circle formed, and then they'd have the fire in the middle, and then they would be... Yeah.
Well, the most famous legend, and this is why I say maybe someone moves the items, is where the name of the place comes from.
I was gonna say, where's that devil?
Yeah, the devil. It's said that this is where the devil comes to prance at night.
Oh, shit.
To contemplate the damnation he'd set upon the humans, and that his hooves burned with such hot heat that it scorched the land, permanently rendering the soil useless.
Huh.
I was like, that's a really cool
interesting.
legend.
Yeah, that's some cool lore right there.
Yeah.
Just passed down.
And the fact that dogs won't go into it, nothing grows, like, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called Devil's Tramping Ground for some reason. And this was like even more than 40 years ago. I mean, this legend has been going on for a really long time.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
And so it's just like, ooh, creepy, but really cool.
That is, yeah. Thinking about the devil to just,
I know.
Tramp around.
Yeah, his tramping ground. Scientists have theorized, I'm saying that because it's not actually proven, they're just like these theories that they have, that it's actually hooves from horses trotting over the land over the years that damaged it, which...
Why would it be in a perfect circle like that?
Yeah, and not only that, but the horses were everywhere back. Like, people used to... Yeah.
We would have no land.
I know.
We'd have no motherfucking land.
They also claim that soil tests have shown that the soil is high in salt content. But I feel like you're in North Carolina, and all the soil has high salt content.
Yeah.
So, and why would it just be in a circle? Like, what makes it...
I'd hope they'd have, like, a nice control. Like,
I know.
First take soil from other areas and then do that one. And
that's all it said.
Yeah.
They didn't even say why it would be in just a circle. Like, why would the salt be permeating just a circle of the soil? Like, I don't know.
Satanists!
Yeah.
Satanists came here in the 80s.
Exactly. So that is the first campground, Devil's Tramping Ground.
Seems like a pretty neat place.
Yeah, he comes to tramp at night.
Do you know, like...
Comes to tramp.
That's what I said earlier, and I was laughing internally. I was like, haha, he's tramping. So do you know where they camp? Like, is there a big area?
That's where they camp. Like, just that clearing in the woods right there.
All right.
And I think it's just they set up their tents and...
All right. It reminds me of, like, people who go to the gully.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's probably something like, you know, going to party and just...
I betcha, yeah.
Probably leave litter all over the goddamn place.
Or maybe it's paranormal.
And then the devil throws it out.
Yeah, right.
Well, now it probably is, but
I hope
you still never know. It might be a place where people just like to go. But, you know, those urban explorers.
When you guys go to the blog, you'll see a picture of the circle, and then you'll also see there's like one other picture, and it's that old one. Yeah, you could definitely tell this lady is wearing dated clothing and all that, and they had that sign all the way back then, so it's pretty neat.
I like the little animated devil. Like the devil that you think about in illustrations, you know, he's just like...
It doesn't even look like that would have been part of the sign. I don't know, it's weird. Just looks like, I don't know.
Hey, maybe someone did some Photoshop.
That's what I was wondering. Now, number 2 is where we should go, because it is in New York, and it is not too far away from a place that we want to go anyways. We kept talking about wanting to go to the Garnet Mine and the Adirondacks.
Okay.
And it's Big Moose Lake in Adirondacks, which is one of the well-known
Can I
lakes
see Big Moose at the Big Moose Lake?
Don't think so, unfortunately.
I want to see the moose.
I know, we love mooses.
I love mooses. Moose-eye.
Moosey. Now, this would be the perfect place for us to go, because this is one of them that's due to murder.
Ah, that would be perfect, and it's a fucking campground, so all you gotta do is buy a night.
Yep.
You just gotta buy a night.
Mm-hmm. 2. I don't care. We'll stay for 2 nights. I want
3,
to
4, 5.
go mining. Yeah. Okay, so like I said, this one is due to murder, and a well-documented one at that, so it's not just a tall tale. I wanted to mention that because a lot of times people, you know, you hear about these murders that might have happened way back when.
The girl in the white dress was murdered,
right?
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And there's like 12 different, you know,
you can't find a newspaper article,
you know,
or any like real concrete. It's
like the white lady in Rochester that I talked about before. There's like 12 different ones and stories of how she came to be and why she came to be. But this one,
girl, I get it.
Yeah, this is actually a documented murder.
Okay.
And so in 1906, an 18-year-old girl, actually I thought she was 19. No, maybe she was 8. Yeah, 18-year-old girl. Her name was Grace Brown. She was working in a skirt factory in Cortland, New York.
Okay.
Which is more towards, like, it's farther away from Adirondacks.
Yep. More towards our area.
Yeah, a little-ish. It's like Ithaca area, isn't it? No.
Yeah, but it's, it might be near there, yeah, but Ithaca's not that far. No, it's not as far as you think.
No, it's not. And I love Toggenok Falls over there. It's one of my favorites.
I know.
She met the ever-so-handsome nephew of the owner of the company named Chester Gillette. Yeah, well.
That's what she was saying.
Mm-hmm. Did you see their pictures?
Yes, I am.
Yes. I mean, they were a handsome-looking pair.
They were a handsome-looking pair. I like that you said it that way. I like that. Yes. They were sharp-looking.
Sharp shooters. Oh. So, I guess they started dating on the down low. I don't know why. Maybe he wasn't allowed to, like, date employees or something. And she became pregnant with Chester's baby.
Ooh, okay.
Before being married in 1906. So this was not something that's
frowned up on.
Yeah.
They had, like, those mothers' homes for these girls that would, Yep, to hide you from the public.
Yes. So she tried to beg Chester for him to marry her because, like I just said, at the time period, it wasn't great to be an unwed single mother.
And if you do it early enough,
yeah,
you know,
nobody
like,
knows.
As soon as she finds out, you know,
yeah, because you know
her poor reputation, everything is just
as
a woman.
Yeah, at this time, women weren't getting jobs like men. I mean, that wasn't until even after, like, the war when they went off and we had to pick up the slack. And then they were like, oh, look, women can do things besides keep house.
Yeah, and if they did have a job, it was sewing and textile and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, which, she did work in a skirt factory, but she wasn't about to be able to be a single mom in that time period and get a job and take care of the house and this child.
She'd be ruined.
Yeah,
she would be ruined.
Yeah.
If she could even marry,
right.
Who knows who that would be.
So, he told her he wanted to take her on a trip, and she was sure this was the trip where he would propose.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting sketched towards you.
Yeah, fuck you, Chester. Seriously, put a fucking condom on if you're really that concerned about having a child.
Or don't have sex before marriage.
Yeah.
If you're not intending to marry this girl, especially in that time, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. If you like it, then you better fucking put a ring on it, bitch.
Poor Grace. So, he takes her to the Adirondacks, and they go canoeing on Big Moose Lake. She casually told him, being that he is her partner and she feels trustworthy of him, that she can't swim.
Oh, no. And she's thinking I'm getting proposed to because it's romantic. We're at the lake. It's gorgeous.
It was probably, I'm assuming it was nighttime also, so they're probably looking at the stars. When they were out in the lake far enough, he apparently had a tennis racket with him. I don't know why she didn't think that was questionable. And whacked her over the head with it.
Oh, shit.
It caused her to fall in the water, which, of course, he did not save her.
No, of course
And
not.
she and his unborn child drowned.
No, man.
Yep.
What happens to Chester?
He was arrested and sentenced to death.
Fuck yeah, I'm invested now.
But it is said that she still haunts Big Moose Lake to this day.
I would.
Yep.
I fucking would.
Mourning her, not only her life, but this proposal she thought she was going to get, and turned out to be something so violent and awful, and she was only 18, and poor girl, she was just doing what she had a job in 1906, working right out of school.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for Grace, I really do. Number 3. Which... this seems pretty cool too. I think this one will be on my bucket list for whenever I make it out to California.
Oh yeah, I love California.
This is Lake Morena, I think it would be, because it is close to the Mexican border, so it's probably not Morena, it's probably Morena. Lake Morena isn't far from the Mexican border, as I just said, and apparently has had people witnessing strange things for well over 40 years.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Enough so for it to even be written about in the San Diego Union newspaper in the 1980s. These experiences were often reported by actual park rangers and volunteers who spend a lot of time there. It wasn't even at the time visitors. It was the people who worked there. So I feel like that's even more credible.
I say into my water bottle like I'm not recording a podcast episode.
Yeah, we're thirsty. We're thirsty. Our voices are getting dried out. You hear it? I'm cracking. Hold on, let me take a break and drink some water too. Okay, I drank my water.
And then we joked for 3 minutes.
Yes, sorry about it.
You wouldn't know that, because it's going to be right here, right now.
Yeah, didn't even have to edit it, because guess what? We're doing things the smart way now. Smarter, not harder.
We figured it out 30 episodes in?
Yeah, I think it was 30 episodes in.
Ay, vey.
Yeah, dumb biatch. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so they would see an old man out of the corner of their eye, their peripheral vision. It wasn't just a running past the corner of your eye.
Like a flash.
It wasn't
like
that.
They
it was
could see.
out of their peripheral vision. There wasn't just because they could tell it was an old man. It wasn't just an old man was standing there. They would also hear heavy footsteps when no one was around, and apparently they'd even seen levitating bodies.
Oh, shit.
But I'm not sure who was levitating. It doesn't say. It doesn't say...
spirits levitating or, other guests?
Or, the rangers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a mystery, so that's another part of the mystery for me, I guess.
Well, I could see, because they say a lot of times, when an apparition appears, it looks like they're kind of floating.
Yeah.
So I could see that as being,
Yeah, maybe the spirits were doing it.
They think it's, levitating, but they're are levitating. They're just, floating there.
It's just weird that they would call it bodies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just...
Because, I picture, laying
like,
bodies.
light as a feather, stiff as a board shit.
Yes, they're like laying down and they're just like levitating.
Floating. Yeah, that's exactly.
I used to love that fucking game as a kid. Yeah. We never got to work.
We need real witches with us.
We weren't into our intents in fucking 6th grade.
Yeah. So visitors to the area have seen a lady standing in white. It's always in white.
It's always a lady in white. It's always.
You know what? I'm gonna be the lady in motherfucking red when I die, and I'm haunting someone. I'm gonna wear red all the time.
I don't know. I'll wear black and scare the fuck out of people.
Yeah, you won't be able to be seen at nighttime.
I'll come in during the day, and I'll just creep up on you, and I'll come up to your back, and I'll just be right there.
Yeah. You'll be one of the nuns.
And then they'll feel cold, and they'll be like,
yeah.
What was that? It was me, bitch.
I'll be the sexy lady in red.
Hey, picture Scary Movie.
I know. Instead of the male ghost, it's me, bitch.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my gosh. So, a woman staying at... Okay, anyway, sorry. The lady in white.
Yes, the lady in white. There's always a lady in white.
Yeah. Visitors have seen a lady in white standing down by the shore. Just like standing there by the shore, which is so creepy. We're always waiting.
When I hear lady in white, I think more of like an ethereal white, like the light around her maybe is white.
It might be. I think like...
Because yes, you do see like the dress and stuff. It's like dressed in white.
Yeah, I see like more of like a nightgown.
Yeah.
Not like a dress, but like a nightgown.
Yeah.
Or even like a muumuu, you know? Like,
but I think it comes out because it might just be that ethereal light that maybe around her, and maybe they're just the lady in white.
Or maybe they thought it was a real, like maybe there wasn't even, maybe she looked like a person. It was like a lady wearing white. I don't know. Weird. Who knows?
But yes, always by the water.
Yes, and always in white. Yes.
Always.
She's always waiting, for the people, their lovers to come home on the ships.
When am I going to see a lady in white?
I know. Why haven't I seen any ladies in white?
Come on.
Jesus
Tell
Christ.
me, locally where there's Rochester.
Oh,
I didn't see her.
No, I didn't see her. I haven't either. I've been there a lot. We got to take pictures. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, maybe.
Black and whites, Polaroids. Yeah. Black and whites might be good. So, a woman staying at one of her relatives who was a park ranger. This one is weird. Woke up to what she said was a baby's christening gown that flew over to her and stroked her cheek before darting back and disappearing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, why would a baby be stroking your cheek? I don't know. Very strange. Very strange.
That could be more of a personal haunt.
That's what I was thinking.
Manifesting
a child she had that had passed.
Someone maybe she didn't even know,
yeah.
Something like that, because it sounds like she couldn't put it together with anything, so maybe it was just the spirit of a child that,
yeah,
she didn't even really know.
It was just at the house.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
And to end this portion of the thing here, Morena Lake or whatever, where are we?
Yep.
Yeah, Lake Morena. Oh my God, sorry guys. Anyways, I'm gonna end it with a newspaper clip. The newspaper clip says
the newspaper
morning.
And I am in mourning. Did you listen to the latest episode?
No, I started it and I didn't.
Alright, you have to, because she brings that back and it's hilarious, dude. I died. She's like, mourning.
If we're still thinking about it, they are.
My dad wrote a porno, guys.
Yeah.
Listen to that
Holy shit, we just broke up and this is if we were chatting, guys. This is like
It's fine. Lake Morena.
Yes, newspaper clip. Quote, "There wasn't a full moon, but it was light enough to see clearly," he said. "The man was taking very deliberate steps, but it seemed to me his feet weren't touching the ground. Mm-hmm. They appeared to be about 6 or 7 inches above the surface. He came to a ditch that had been washed out by rain. It certainly looked as though he walked across the air above it. After several such incidents, Stucker became increasingly shaken. One morning he walked into the ranger station, laid his eyes on Tracy Walker's desk, and simply said, 'I'm leaving. Goodbye.'"
Wow. I would probably too.
Mm-hmm.
To work in that? It's alright. We can get out of it if we want to, but it's you're working there. And to see a man just levitate.
I mean, upon all the other things he's probably seen so far, yeah. You know what it gives me? It's my favorite episode of Buffy. the gentlemen.
Yes, those guys creep me the fuck. They're the scariest.
I agree.
In the whole show, man.
I totally agree.
And they just float.
This gently glide across the air.
God, it's terrifying.
And they got the smile, and they're doing this. And then they've got, like, their minions going around on the ground. And it's like, oh!
Yeah.
So scary.
And
they don't say anything.
No, this is huge smile. Yeah. That's it. And those dark eyes.
There's a poem that goes along with it. I'll have to look it up after the episode because it's one of my favorites. It's a great poem because it's like, I love that episode.
Uh-huh.
So, sorry to keep going on about bullshit, you guys. Number 4. Braley Pond, Virginia. I'm trying to be like one of those announcers for those.
Yeah, the most terrifying, on TLC and shit. That's how or Travel Channel. That's exactly how they would go.
There used to be one. Who did it? Was it Linda? Oh, what was her name? The blonde lady. And it would be like, the next place we're visiting.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Like the most haunted places or something. Yes. It was so great. I loved it. Okay, anyways, you guys, I said sorry. I'm saying no.
Number 4.
Braley Pond, Virginia. This pond is located in the George Washington National Forest in Virginia.
Beautiful.
People have said for a long time that they have heard and seen strange things take place there. But there was a murder that happened, and ever since things have escalated.
Oh, shit.
So people would already hear voices and weird things. Mm-hmm. And then once this murder happened, which wasn't that long ago.
That energy, and then it's like through the roof.
Which I wanted to get farther into this. I may put it on the list depending on how big of a story it is because I was
the murder itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened in 2003.
Oh, wow, okay.
And a 19-year-old boy named Christopher was lured to the pond by, I believe, like 4 gang members.
Oh, shit.
I had a hard time finding the whole story because I really got to do a deep dive, I guess.
Yeah, yep.
Anyways, poor Christopher ended up being stabbed 13 times. And that's
an unlucky number right there, so that could add to that fucking Jesus. Mm-hmm.
And the gang members left him with his body partially submerged in the water at the water's edge.
Jesus.
Anyone who goes to the area today feels instantly sick to their stomachs and filled with massive amounts of dread. Probably because
that
when
feeling
he was
that
being
he had,
there,
he knew,
right? He felt he was starting to feel dreadful, and then he saw these guys and what they had, maybe their knives or whatever, and he started feeling sick to his stomach.
He knew, yeah.
In fact, depending on where he was stabbed, the feeling sick to your stomach might be actually feeling
the pain of
right.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
People have heard. I hate this because this poor kid. It's just like. People have heard violent thrashing and splashing in the water when there is nothing there.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You can imagine him just dying in the water.
Yeah, just flapping about, like trying to get up, but he's too.
I feel like it could be safe to say, could be safe to say, bodies of water. Something at least once probably happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about how many murders we've covered who dumped their bodies in rivers, in streams, in ponds, and things like that.
Let alone regular drownings.
Uh-huh.
I mean, geez. So, water is dangerous, and not just because it's water, but because people who might bring you to the water.
If you ever watched Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, that place must have been awful.
Uh-huh.
Good Lord.
So... Besides the thrashing and splashing when nothing's there, they see figures flying above the pond, which is freaky.
That is so freaky.
Like, I really would like to go here.
Uh-huh.
Swimming in the area is prohibited, but visitors claim, they have prohibited it now.
Wow.
And I don't know. I wonder if it's because the murder that happened there.
Maybe.
They don't want people going.
Who knows?
But visitors claim to have to fight an irresistible urge to get in the water and swim. Something wants them in there.
Holy shit.
And who knows if they would come back out.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I'm like, how did that strong of a swimmer drown? Or which rip tides are something, obviously. Nobody can control that unless you know to stay away. Like, just stay at the shore when you got a strong rip tide going. I'm just an excellent swimmer. I'm always underwater swimming. Like, I would not drown in most scenarios. But if there is something else out of your control,
the
spiritual realm, if there's like a spirit that lives in the lake and yanks you under, there ain't shit you can do about that. No. So, yeah. So there is more, though, to this. The laughter... Sorry, that my voice
laughter?
disappeared. The laughter and singing of children. I don't know what the fuck I typed just there. I literally said the laughter in singing on children.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The laughter in singing on children. Yes.
Oh.
The laughter and singing of children is often heard, as well as shadow figures being seen from the corner of the eye, popping out from behind the trees.
Ooh.
So literally you're sitting there at the lake's edge, maybe in your canoe or whatever, and all of a sudden you're seeing shadow figure like pop out from behind the trees.
Damn.
Oh my god, this place seems so crazy. And they also see orbs bouncing about the trees, like bouncing around in the trees as well.
That's cool.
Like bright orange.
Oh,
orbs.
Man.
Very last but not least, and this is pretty cool because Grandma just gave me and Gustavo some property in New Mexico.
Oh, yes, I've seen.
It's not developed or anything.
But yeah, I've seen those types of things. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe someday if we go to visit and be like, what's out here, if we want to even think of developing it, I can maybe stop here because it is in New Mexico. And it's the Holy Ghost Campground.
Oh.
It is called the Holy Ghost Campground. I'll get into that in a second. Located in the Santa Fe National Park. It is apparently the site of a 17th century murder of a Spanish priest.
I was going to say, those areas are real rich in history, man. Mm-hmm. Real fucking rich.
And the fact that the Spanish priest was murdered there, I'm guessing that's why they call it the Holy Ghost Campground.
Yeah,
so they literally named the campground the Holy Ghost Campground.
Damn.
Not only that, but the entire area has been home to all kinds of crazy happenings. Now, what is so famous about, New Mexico? Of course, Roswell.
Oh, yeah.
So right in that area, there's always tons of UFO sightings.
Mm-hmm.
So right there in that Holy Ghost Campground, there's been UFO sightings, voices, shadows. It's definitely a hot spot for the unexplained. I guess a lot of people also go missing from the area.
Oh.
And this is the last part I'm going to say about it, but an excerpt on the outsideonline.com says, I think this is, it's from a local ghost tour guide.
Okay.
So according to a local ghost tour guide, Alan Pacheco. I'm sorry, I cannot say that right. Anyways, the surrounding Pecos wilderness. I suck today, you guys. Wilderness is home to all kinds of bizarre activity. There are a number of people that have gone missing in the vicinity. He says it's like the Bermuda Triangle of New Mexico. People disappear into thin air. No clothing or bones are ever found.
Oh, damn.
Abductions!
Yeah, something's happening.
Yeah. So, I think that list is pretty darn neat.
Yeah, there's a lot of haunted motherfucking campgrounds.
Yeah, and there was more. There's more. But did you click on the link that takes you to a website? It's got all sorts of pictures of the Holy Ghost Campground.
No, I did not.
And I will also probably include this link on the blog because I just didn't want to copy all these photos. But
oh, it's so pretty.
It is very pretty.
Oh,
you go right back to nature.
Yeah, you got the pretty stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
So, that is the haunted campgrounds across the U.S. If you are a camper, a paranormal camper,
fun.
If you've ever been to these places, if you've been to Moose Lake and you've seen something, if you've been to any of these places, just let us know because we want to know.
Yeah.
Totes. That's what it is. We want to know.
Totes.
So really quick, the live this month. Are we going live this month, you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. What the fuck day is it going to be on? Because this is what? Oh, happy July 4th. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, happy July 4th this weekend.
I guess it'll be the 16th or the 23rd, guys. 16th or 23rd. We'll figure it out. We'll tell you that day.
But, just let us know, even if you... Like, let us know if we should go live, because we're probably not going to go live very much anymore. I don't think.
It's hard because no one jumps on.
Yeah, we've asked, like, what time is good for everybody. We did it when they said everybody's time was good, and we still don't get many people, which is fine. We just don't, if we don't want us to be there if we don't have to be. So
Yeah.
It does take time out of our day, and we don't live next door to each other, unfortunately.
And if you aren't on our Facebook, we shout it out every week. So if you're a new listener, if you're a listener who's listened but isn't going and liking the Facebook, just go do it. We'll shout it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll be, like we said, either the 16th or the 23rd, unless...
We'll decide later.
Say if you're going to be there. If we get no responses, we're not going to be there either.
Yeah.
If you're not going to show up, we're not showing up. So, that's how it's going to go from now on.
Who's got to show up for us is to show up. You know it.
Yeah. You guys get to show up right at your house. We have to, like...
I have to drive.
John's got to drive, or we have to do wonky things with the phones and set shit up.
And then we're just entertaining. It's just like, it's like 9 o'clock at night, which, I mean, guys, we're almost 30 here.
I stay up way late, but it's like...
But it's a cozy. You're not, up, and I'm not driving, and it's a lot, So we will do it. If you want to be there with us and chat and talk about episodes and all of that, like, we will do it.
I mean, we've proven that. We've been going live
since we started.
Almost since a year. Oh, yeah. I mean, almost till, so...
The day we launched, that Freaky Friday we launched, October 23rd, we went live.
And we haven't stopped. And so...
We did weekly, too, for a while, and then we were like, all right, we're going to go monthly.
It only started monthly, like, 3 months ago.
If that.
It was after
it was about
the Paranormal Snoop, I think. Around there we decided. So,
yeah.
As always, thanks a million for listening. Mm-hmm. Make sure to subscribe to the More Than Murder channel on YouTube.
Yes.
And hit the bell so you're subscribed and blah, blah, blah. So you're always in the loop when new content drops. You guys have heard it every damn week. Make sure you check the blog for the pictures and episode sources at www.morethanmurderpod.com. And you can follow us on our socials, hit us up, leave us reviews on Facebook, leave us reviews everywhere you can, especially on Apple. Puts us up in the rankings to be found, you guys. Please just leave us some reviews, please.
We can see you, Apple listeners.
Yeah.
We see you.
And we know the Google base is growing, and I know that there's ways you can review things elsewhere. Just figure it out. If you see review, just click it and give us 5 stars and say something nice. So, anyways, you can follow us on Facebook at
More Than Murder.
And you can follow us on Twitter at
More Than _Murder.
And on Insta at
More Than Metapod.
If you have any stories you particularly want to hear, you want to talk about spooky places you've been to, you want to say hi, any of the places that we've talked about, you can email us at morethanmurderpod@gmail.com. And that's all for today, folks.
That's all, folks.
Yep. We will talk to you next week, and maybe see you live this month, maybe not. Hopefully we'll see you in our reviews.
Bye.
Love ya. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.